Hello and welcome back, everybody. Hackmodl here, and welcome to Lilith Eve. It is the dawn of a literal new age in Dragalia Lost, and what they dropped was it's literally game changing. All right, this is going to directly affect every single Sinister Dominion boss, and let's hop into it right now. All right, so before I do that, I have links in the description. Feel free to check them out, and feel free to subscribe as well. Just past 750, which is great. So let's say we can keep that up and see if we can break 800. We'd greatly appreciate that. But regardless, Curse of Nihility. This is exclusive to Sinister Dominion quests, and what it does, it removes certain buffs on adventures and nullifies their effects for a certain amount of time. Now, as for the amount of time, we don't know. How frequently they do it, we don't know. It's just massive assumption at this point. So what buffs are affected by Curse of Nihility? Strength, defense, attack rate, crit damage, skill damage, the fill rate of the skill gauge, natural skill gauge fill rate, upgrade or alters skill effects. Mainly this is skill shift, 4-strike damage, 4-strike charge rate, debuff success rate, movement speed, damage to enemies suffering from certain conditions, Wimprint HP regen, that's dead, energy, inspiration, and life shields. Now though, before you say, oh my god, they just nuked everything, in the interest of preserving gameplay balance and mechanics, certain buffs that are unique to particular adventurers or dragons that grant one or more of the above effects may be exempt from Curse of Nihility. This is fine, because right now the wiki has compiled a bunch of what's known in the data that is affected by this, in which I will go over very, very quickly. Also one more, two more things is that buffs applied by buff zones will also be removed and their effects nullified. Then Curse of Nihility cannot be removed by shapeshifting. This is all very, very important information to consider. Now though, obviously, with all this in mind, the question now becomes who could he even use at this point in time? Because isn't most of this game just buffing? Yes, it is. Now though, this will become more of a who has a unique buff and who is exempt from this list. All right, this is really going to be a who is safe to use on the launch. That's what this is now going to become. All right, so just if you don't know who to use for day one of Lilith, as of 311, technically 312, because right now, what I will say is that the two new units. Let me actually pull up the main page very quickly. The two new units, in which will also my previous video, these are very safe options to use for Lilith. These are really safe. They're practically made for her. So just if you do summon and you pull one of these two, mainly the light one for co-op reasons, at the moment the water one for solo reasons, you are fine for Lilith. Now let's move into others that could be used. Alright. Now though, to quickly go over this, alright? First of all, I will leave the link in the description down below. That way you guys can access this whenever. But when it comes to the yeses and nos over here, right? Yes means you can use it while the debuff is up. No means you don't get the buffs, alright? Mainly, not like that, right? No, you can't use this. It's mainly like, yes, you get the buffs, or no, you don't get the buffs. Turning it into more of a pure damaging skill does nothing exactly special. Now though, when it comes to Galzana Prince, for example, he has a buff zone. You get the buff zone. The buff zone will stay with Galzana Prince. Exalted Glory. It's a strength. It's a defense. It's a one-hit shield, and it's also a paralysis. All right. Honestly, the paralysis will stay, and I believe the one-hit shields will stay. Other than that, you don't get the buffs. So that will be the example going into this. Brave Bastion, which is normally a buff skill, you don't get that buff. Potent Burn Res, whenever you get hit by burn, you get a strength increase. That is no longer applied. Just as some examples. Now then, I'm going to start to go into who was heavily hit, who can still be used, and more or less just very, very safe options, and which ones will be better for free to play, and which ones whales and or just long time people they should have access to. So then, let us begin. So, Halloween Elisan. She loses her support, but however, she does keep a Vampire Maiden, which does sadly only apply to her buffing, because obviously you're meant to get the buff up quicker. So sadly, Halloween Elisan was hit by this pretty hard. Gala Elisan is a very, very special case for this, because she loses her 30% strength for water, which is a heavy, heavy blow. Her second skill, I believe the shield stays, but however, she loses the energy, but she keeps the flame res as well. That flame res is all that truly matters from this. It will really make Evan more tanky, as she keeps the Divine Oath because that's a unique buff. Prime Strength is dropped. Sun Ranzel, dropped. Dragon Cleo was immensely dropped. Alright. And we'll also, one more thing I should mention. This is all assuming the debuff is always active. These are going to be the absolute safest options for day one. Alright? Because right now we just have a lot of unknowns. Once when we start to learn Lilith's pattern, how she operates, we can then dictate, oh, okay, now this unit is safe as long as you buff after this amount of time, for example. Because for example, of Dragon Cleo, right? If that debuff is always active, she is worthless. But however, let's say the debuff is only active a third of the fight, really. You can just be patient on her buffs and wait until after the debuff goes away, then go ahead. Stuff like that, for example. This is just heavy assumption and just the safest possible pick, so as where, okay, their kit is unchanged. That's what we're really going for here. So now to continue. Summer Cleo was hit hard. Forger Cleo is actually untouched for the most part. She literally just loses her energy off of her second skill. Beyond that, she is still a defense a debuffer with also having access to increased skill gauge fill rate and some good force strikes. She still has access to all of those. Very nice. Luca, sacked. Summer Luca, sacked. Gal Luca, he is an exception. He keeps his critical damage, and because the Canadian Call is a unique buff, that's still fine. The one thing that was dropped was, well, whenever you get hit with something that should curse, you are, that no longer gives crit rate, which is on front. It goes from potent to not potent, which is, okay, sure. I don't think we really cared about the potencies anyway. However, the fact he keeps his crit damage, he is going to be incredibly viable, incredibly good. Galzana, she loses the strength, which is, and also the healing zone, if I'm correct as well. So this literally just becomes a burst heal, which is still fine. Holy Crown and Hallowed Auspex, those remain the same. So she does still do her massive amounts of force strike stuff. Very nice. Hunter Saris is unchanged. She is going to be a menace in this. She's going to be a menace. She's going to do immense amounts of damage. She's going to make sure that the enemy's debuffed. She's going to be a great option. Joe, sorry, Gun Joe, shafted. Hunter Vanessa is actually staying the same. She is untouched, which I'm surprised at because well, I completely expected her strength 30% for 90 seconds to get shafted. I really did expect that, but the fact that they kept that is actually very, very nice. Very glad about that. Summerkoto was kind of hit. His second skill is hit, but his ability stays the same. But yeah, that's a detriment to him. Cybella was hit. Zardan is only his potency that's hit, so technically not hit that bad. Beautiful Zardan. That's what I'm calling him. I don't care. He was hit pretty bad, I would say. He still does debuff, but beyond that, he lost his buffing capabilities entirely. So yeah, he got hit. Droda has 2 hit. Richard, his second skill is still fine, being the HP regen. But beyond that, I completely lost the strength and lost the potent stun res. Karna, dead. Lily just says nothing about her, just no. If you use Karna for Lilith, she's going to be the equivalent of an off-meta option, and you will get tossed for it. That's how bad Karna is going to get hit by this. And which will once again, this is only assuming the debuff is always active. If there's any wiggle room for Karna to be using this, people are going to find it. I can guarantee you. People are going to find wiggle room for Karna. But however, because of the threat of Karna, I feel like it will be active nearly all the time. That's what I feel like. And or just applied at a consistent enough rate. Daniel honestly got hit pretty hard. Luther is just potency. Zanefrid got hit. Dragon Claws got hit. His strength up got hit. So this means all. It just how it says all. Goddamn, he got hit hard. So what this means is Mim is going to get hit in the same way as well. So yeah, sadly, Gala Mim is not going to have usage anymore. So sorry for us Gala Mim mains. She's getting hit so hard. Xander, Born Ruler buff is staying. So that will be increases strength by 5% when the user has the Born Ruler effect. I think so, yeah. So I'm sure that's still but Potent Star is that's also getting hit. Dragalia Xander, energy's getting hit. Nurse Aileen is pretty much now only a healer, no longer supports, so she's getting hit. Linus, Malka, Raymond are all getting hit. Malnora's not hit. Dragul Malnora no longer has shield related stuff, which is interesting. Which the rest of her kit is still unchanged, and which that will probably be the better thing on her end. The shield don't matter too much, but still pretty nice. Roizen got really hit. Hope got hit. Ephraim got hit. Ron got hit. Amane got hit. Like, goddamn, a lot of people got hit. Julieta got hit really, really, really hard. So yeah, that's one thing to really, really sink in. Julieta got hit hard with this. Summer Julieta also got really hard to like near unusable. Hildegard actually got hit a little bit. Obviously her strength got sacked, but she does keep the regen. She doesn't apply shield, but she does still have regen, so she just turns into a standard healer that can still do her a unique force strike that will give everyone HP, which is nice. Halloween Althemia got hit. Halloween Edward, it's only the potency, which is nice. Dragula Nefaria now only has access to her gifts. Everything else is sacked. Jacob got hit. Grace. They mentioned Grace for a specific reason. She got hit so hard with this because the life shields are dead. She was made for life shields. Well, guess what? Those are gone now. she got hit hard. And Grace is going to follow the same suit as Karna, to as of where if you use her, you're going to get sacked. So now finally other Dark Healers can start to shine. Story Cleo is going to shine a little bit. Summer Verica is going to shine. Hainwald might get some usage. He probably will, knowing some people. But finally Grace is dethroned. Karna's dethroned. Oh boy. Estelle, you keep the HP regen. You lose the strength, and I don't think you keep the max HP off Estelle and the potency. Yayiko, you do keep the unique force strike, which is nice actually. Estelle, the process equals user strength. You did drop that. Now though, this is one thing I did point out to as of where I think that Lily is buffed from this. Well, not buffed, usage worthy from this. Because, well, obviously she keeps her Crystalline Princess. In which, that's honestly a unique buff. It's really good. The only thing she dropped was Opponent Bird Res, in which, I just want to show off this a little bit. When it comes to Lily, what I was most concerned about was this. I'm surprised they did not drop this. But I'll take it. I will absolutely take that. So, Lily, pretty much untouched. Very nice. Dragon Yule Lily. She keeps over damage. That's very, very nice. However, no strength buff, which is honestly fine at this point. A surprise gift. She can use that. So she does have a way to increase her own strength exponentially, which is great. Saint's Calling. This is in her ability. She can still heal people off 4 strikes. She does not increase their max HP. And also she does gain the Starfall Strength, which will go into her surprise gift. So Dragon Lily is pretty much untouched, which is very, very nice. Very happy about that. Orsum is Lily unchanged. Celiera, honestly nothing of value was lost. Summer Celiera, immense value was lost. Like, she got hit unnecessarily hard, like, holy shit. Petro hit. Rini got hit really hard. She no longer gives us the defense buff, but however, she did keep Cooling Master, in which, that will inflict freeze off 4 strike, so that's fine. Other than that, Healing Team double buff got hit, Opponent's Arms got hit, and Prime Devastation got hit. Albert's Electrified stayed. That's fine. I feel like he will still find some form of a usage, but it's hard for him because pretty much all the important light units, in which I will go over Ilya in this list, they all pretty much keep what keeps them high up on the list. So, but hey, knowing that he's still fine is pretty damn nice. Annalie got hit pretty hard because energy stuff. Fritz got hit. Felicia got hit. Pretty bad actually, damn. Kuran, his energy part is shafted, but other than that, him stunning is still on there. Valerio, I was actually hoping Valerio would find usage now. Sadly no. He got hit really hard. Mitsuba, no longer critical damage, got hit. Zhuan Zhang, she got hit. Her only thing is that her support is dead, pretty much. Inspire is gone, Strength is gone, Shadow Res is gone. Actually, I'm surprised about the Shadow Res. I thought for sure they would keep that, but beyond that, a Paralysis Resistance that is staying, so that's nice. Pipple is dead as well. Pipple Chunk, dead. Cannot be used. Odetta got hit. Halloween Odetta actually got hit pretty hard. Elias. I was actually hoping that Elias will get a situation similar to of what Su Fang got, to as if where he was an option because he had a Bane. His energy levels got hit, so he got hit. I don't know if he's gonna be used, but he got hit. Vixel got hit as well. Once again, energy levels. Lucretia got hit so fucking hard. Anything energy related on her is hit, which is detrimental. Crit rate and crit damage. That got hit. Larinella got hit, which is sad because she's really good. I was actually hoping she would be usable now, but sadly no. Fleur actually got hit. So she's no longer a paralysis bot. Oof. Zabuji, he literally just nukes himself and stays there now. That's pretty much it. So honestly, I would say he got hit pretty hard. Sha Wujing, you can still use his debuff zone. Keep that in mind. His debuff zone is still active, so he's still a very viable shared skill user. It's just that ability now, apparently, which is honestly fine. Wukong is unchanged. Sadly, he's not the greatest compared to some other units, but maybe usage, maybe. Alphonse got hit pretty hard, actually. Fjorm, you actually keep Last Bravery, which I'm surprised they kept that. I really am. Potent Burn Res, sure they got rid of that, but well, I'm just glad they kept Last Bravery, so she's mostly untouched, which is nice. Howling Kasha, this is interesting, alright? They kept her increased chance to debuff, which is mainly good for bleeding, but however, they had removed when she bleeds, she recovers HP. So I feel like nothing value was too much lost, mainly because you just now have to rely on a healer to heal you, which is alright. Nice. Mitsuhide is actually unchanged. I'm surprised about that. I'm surprised they left her unchanged, which is alright, cool. She's still really solid. I'll take that. Chitose got hit hard. Her shields are dead. I said her. His shields are dead, and obviously his strength is dead. Hanatsuba, his skill shift is still there, but his support is gone. So that's quite interesting. So maybe usage? Actually, does he have a Demon Beam? I don't think so. Nope, no, he has a Demon Beam. Never mind. Jiangxia is now just a pure healer. No longer has a defense, and no longer has a strength. Pure healing. That's why I'm saying that probably Dragon Lily will be used over Jiangxia in this case. Lazari, you might need to start to alternate modes between him now, because of high power mode, which is the second little paragraph there. That's now just damage, and the Armed Forgery, it's now treated as a damaging skill because the first paragraph is no longer valid. It's only the second, so that's pretty interesting. You will now have to very frequently switch between the two. That's interesting. Gald, always shit, will be shit, continue to be shit, so don't bother with his piece of shit. Sharna, got hit a little bit. Tiki, unchanged. That's very nice. Tiki's going to be a really good option. Peony, only dropped the defense buff off of the S1. Other than that, has been unchanged, and she also keeps her life shield. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Urias, got hit. Eugene keeps his buff zone, and his check as well. Very nice, actually. So we might see some usage from him finally. So just that his crit rate up, it goes into inspiration. That is sadly dropped, but well, guaranteed crits, they're nice and all, but still, it could have been a lot worse. Catherine, she did lose her strength up, but she keeps her perfect escorts, so she might see some usage. Pinon, completely unchanged. This will round me into actually Rosaria as well, because she's also unchanged. Sigil units are going to be used here, because obviously we know that at this point in time, in case if well you didn't look at the data mines, this is going to be a slight spoiler, but sigil units, those are going to be directly tied into these bosses, because well, this is related to archangels and demons and stuff like that. This is directly tied to 2 facility events, and it's going to be a part of the main story very, very shortly. So sigil units, those are going to be unchanged. Very nice, honestly. Ilya, that she only loses her crit rate. That's not bad. That's not bad. Other than that, she keeps her alchemic enhancement. Very good. So sadly, pure crit damage builds are not going to be a thing anymore. You're going to have to account for crit rate. But other than that, she's still nice. Mordecai loses his shield. Honestly, not too much of value was lost. Lapis is unchanged. She keeps everything, which is actually very, very nice. Because her D-spell, because her D-spell combined with a water res down is actually going to be very nice. As well as just crit rate, pretty nice. Pecorine, she was hit, but I still feel like she will have usage. And the main reason I say this is because Extreme Short lost her buffs. All right, she can still put out lots and lots of damage when she gets her gauge up and running. It's really just that she's now pure damage combined with a heal. That's pretty much it. Pure damage combined with the heal. She just lost all her buffs. Yoshitsune, she was hit, but not really. All right. The only thing she really lost was her attack rate whenever she counters. Other than that, she keeps her attack rate off of her ability. That's honestly fine. The reason I say that that's fine is because the attack rates don't stack anyway. So regardless, you wanted one of them. They're saying, oh hey, you must dodge in order to get the attack rate now. And which, to be honest, well, both are 30 seconds. Never mind. But still, regardless, you know you just need to dodge once and get some form of attack rate. Then beyond that, you can counter. Pretty nice. Sophie, she is unchanged. Very nice. And I did go over Rhizardia. So now then, I'm going to quickly go back up and go over very quickly what units can be more of a free-to-play option and what units could also be more of a later on option. So obviously galas and limiteds, you should be going on galas anyway, and or limited banners, those are more choice worthy, but galas, those are naturally going to be good. So do bear that in mind. I would say try and use galas first. Try and use a galas first, maybe with the exception of Gally, because well, sadly her main gimmick is gone, but she does get flame res, so that's interesting. Cleo Limited is completely out of the picture. Galuka, Galzana, and Hunter Saris are all good options for more of the limited side, followed by Hunter Vanessa. I do want to look at a more free-to-play option really quick. Just if, well, you don't have anyone, you could do Richard. Because well, most of his kit did stay the same, which is pretty nice. Zaneford got hit incredibly fucking hard. Like, holy shit, I didn't expect him to get hit that hard. What other options could I potentially say that, hey, this is gonna be a pretty solid. Besides that, most of these water options, besides Forge or Cleo, there aren't many like 4-star or free-to-play options. Like maybe Lily, because well, surely just if you have been playing the game for a long time, you should have her. Because well, even from the 5-star character ticket, she's in that pool. You more likely will have pulled her. I feel like she's gonna be a really good option. Orson is unchanged, so maybe Orson might come back. Maybe even at first. Orson might come back. Because his kit, it ain't bad. It ain't a bad kit, but eh. Albert, he's been in the game for a while, maybe. Pipple is out of here. Like don't even bother with Pipple. Lucretia is out of here. Larinoa is out of here. Xiao Wu Jing, at least shared skill once again. He continues to shine in his shared skill usage. Like holy shit. Load options. Halloween Akasha and Fjord might find something. Oh yeah. Also Wukong. He might find something. Because wait, does he have a Bane? I actually don't remember if he has a Bane or not. There you go. Not related. He has a demi-human Bane. I don't think this will apply to Lilith, though. I don't think it will apply to Lilith. So, maybe for Ramiel. I don't know, but yeah, the Fjorm, Holland Kasha, maybe even a Mitsuhide for more of the limited options. Those are going to have, those very well might have some form of usage. Hanabusa is actually a maybe because the skill shift actually does have really good modifiers actually. Might actually find usage. And wait, I do want to refresh again. Because most of these welfares they also have a debuff. No, that's right. You have Theron's Green. I think I checked on you already. Jinxie has become a pure healer. It's not that bad. Tiki for limited option, not bad. Peony for limited option, not bad. Eugene and Catherine, these are good, and Pinon actually. These are going to be general pool options that might actually come rising. Pinon, I really do hope is actually good now. I really do hope that they do center these bosses around the sigil units. I really hope so. Ilya still might be really good. Lapis for general pool is going to be really nice. Pecorine is still pretty solid. Yoshitsune for limited, really good. Sophia for free limited might find some usage because she definitely ain't bad. And then finally, Rise Up, she's gonna be really good because even as is against Taurus, she's really solid. So yeah, I can't wait to see her in action. Really can't wait. And now we're going to move into dragons because, well, yes, this does affect dragons too. It's not just adventurers. This affects also dragons. So Galthor, even though he's energy based, he is still fine. He's still completely fine. Regular Gene's skill is a no, so therefore you don't get the defense buff. Cupid is only heal now. Siren is only damage, no longer like increased damage. Imp, no. Gongzu, no longer energy based. Popstar Siren is now strictly strength based. Everything else is dropped. Halloween Polar Bear, I'm not gonna pronounce the name. No go. Conweed, no go. Daiko's a no go. So I think finally Daiko's dead. GNC is dead. GNC is dead down in the earth. Sticks, it don't matter. Still dog shit. Gallery from Poseidon is fine. Pandora's skill is not fine, but the ability is fine. Gallery Born Jean is untouched. Very nice. Gabriel is untouched. And but then honestly, the Agito weapon skills, those are staying. So those are nice. Those are very nice. Very glad about that. But beyond that, hopefully this does give you an idea at who to use, in which I do want to emphasize this once again, because I know people are going to comment this. I know people are going to comment, alright? And in which you can tell them, I said this 3 times at this point. This is assuming day 1 pre-mechanics. We don't know how long this debuff lasts, how long it's applied, nor how active it is throughout the entire fight. This is assuming it is active all the time. If not always being applied whenever it runs out. Mainly for the fear of Grace and Karna. That is what we are assuming. This is assumption based. I will be coming back to this once when we actually see how metas develop. I will come back to this. So don't worry about that. This will be revisited. Probably like a weekend or something. Because typically about a weekend, that's when metas more solidify and we see cheese options emerge as well. So, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully you guys do know where you want to start to work up people, and hopefully you guys have the currency as well. And you new players, you shouldn't worry about this too much, I would say. But well, this will obviously be if you can face Master Agitos, because well, it is the same requirement for Expert as it is Master Agitos. When that comes to Master of this, It's only 2k might more. That's not bad. You can hit that pretty quickly, I would say. So this will be very nice for some people. I cannot wait to do more content on this. So for that, feel free to subscribe as well. And also, once again, links are down below. You can get a better hold of me down there, and also the Discord, where I can guarantee you people will be running rooms. This is going to be something people are going to run for quite some time. So hopefully you guys are excited for Lilith. I am immensely excited. I'm going to stream that shit day 1. So you definitely want to make sure you are going to stay up to date with that, because there's going to be yelling, there's going to be screaming, it's going to be chaos, and it's going to be fun. So until then, I'll see you all tomorrow, where Lilith shall emerge. I'll see you all then.